Hello everyone, and welcome to today's tutorial on Cuteluks. In this video I'm going to be taking you on your key split skirts. That is the slits behind our skirts. You know, we have our open slits, we have our overlay slits, but this one is our case split at the back of our skirts. And this is a long skirt I have here. I have cut out the front panel, which is the center front, and this is the back side. I'm going to be bringing out the measurement to get your slit. Well, it's up to you the inches you would like to use, but what I have here is actually 6 inches here. You can do 4 inches, you can do 5, you can do slit, you can even do 8, depending on how you want your slit to look like the one of 8 inches. You can fold your slit double times, same with the one of 6. And if you also the 6 inches you want to fold into 2, you don't have any problem. Mind you, in this 6 inches space here, I also have my zipper allowance here, and this skirt is not having a band, it's actually having an elastic around the waist area. You can see I have my 2 inches out for my folding of the elastic. It's coming at the side part of my skirt, and then the zip will be at the back side. So in this video I'm going to teach you how you're going to calculate your elastic area and how to achieve your keys behind. Like now I have my waist around this area, and this is my hip, and then my hip says 11 inches here, which says in total of 44. I'm going to come up here and take 10 inches, that's taking 1 inch off my hip to apply at my waist, because with the way the main measurement of this body, this is not the waist measurement, but for me to be able to achieve shape to the hip area, you can see some people use directly the hip measurements here, but you find out that the person does not have shape around this area. So what you have to do, whatever measurements you divide to get your hip here, if your hip is 48, you divide into 4, whatever you have, take 1 inch backward and then place it at the waist area and add the same seam allowance to clothes. So when you shape the clothes, it will come out well. And then to be able to apply your elastic, if your nipple to nipple, which is our idea of making our dart, is 8, all you have to do is apply your 4 inches. When you fold, you just apply your 4 inches here, and if you're a 9 inches person, you do your 4.5. Just match it down, take your seam allowance of 2 inches, which I have here. Whatever you have here is the same thing that will be happening at the back side of this area. Whatever you have there in total, let's say what I have here now is 6, in total of 12 inches. If I'm cutting my elastic, I'm going to be taking a 7 inches elastic, so that when I work with half to push in the other side of the elastic, the other half will go in here, and then it will fold the material back. Then while you pass through the zipper area, the elastic will hold back your measurement and still give you ease to move, because it's elastic and it's stretchy. So that's it for this part. You can see it's a pencil skirt, you can see it shaped out, it's pencil. So I'm going to come down to this place and explain to you how to get your keys out. And so at most I use my 1.5 inches for my zip. So I'm going to break out my 1.5 inches. And so it depends on how much you want your slit to be long. I'm going to roll this out. I'm using a white chalk so you can see clearly, because this material has different shades of color on it. So you can see this is my 1.5 inches. And then I'm going to come down here and take my 1.5 inches for my hemming. I'm going to be using a hemming gum to gum this. You can match on your own with your machine, it's up to you. You can also use your lining to pull up, it's your choice. So I'm going to be taking my slit length, depending on how long you want the slits to be. We have so many clients that does not like their leg to be open out on their skirt, and they also want to have a pencil skirt. How do you make it easy for them to have easy movement around their leg area? Is to make these key splits. This will help out their leg to have movement and still have shape at the side of their leg. So this is it. I'm going to be taking my key split of, from this point I'm going for my 1.5 inches of my hemming. I'm going to be taking 20 inches up. This is my 20 inches, and at that 20 inches I'm going to come up again and take 3 inches extra. So this is the line here. I'm going to rule this, and so I have my 1.5 inches here, and so this is it. I'm going to leave this space here and come to this side around here and take 2 inches or 1.5 inches up and curve carefully. I'll curve it this way so you can see. The reason why I have this extra space here is in case the person says this one is not long enough, we can actually push up and still work on this place. Or the person wants it up again, you can actually come to this point and still achieve it. But when you have this direct measurement curving it to this point like this, you cannot adjust this anymore. So we need extra space in case you need to take it up. Another thing again, if you're using the lining to fold this, when you mark it at this point, using your lining to connect will not be so easy. So it's better off you make extra space, so when you sew with your lining, it will still relax well. And you can also sew your key split without having the stitch showing at the outer part of your clothes. I'm going to show you how to do that. So I've gotten my zip allowance out, and I've gotten my allowance for my slits at the back, my key slits. So I'm going to cut this out so you see. This is it. You can actually use this process as well to do like our senator wear, where we have our keys behind our clothes, and then on our kaftans as well, where we have the keys at the front side, and you're not seeing the stitch at the front side. This is the process of how to do it. But you don't have to cut that of the kaftan out or that of your senator wear. That one you just have to leave it this way and fold it. After sewing, you just fold it this way, and then the opening is coming out at that area. So I'll notch this angle here to indicate that this is my zip allowance. And so I'm going to come to this point to notch because of the lining connection. I'll do just this. Then I'll take the front side away so you see what it looks like when I open it out. And so when I open this out, it will give us a wide space. Can you see? And so to be able to achieve the kiss area, I'm going to do this from this point. Oh sorry, before that I'm supposed to notch my 6 inches so that it gives me a guide at the bottom side. This is my 6 inches, and so I'll notch it here and here as well. And then I will open this out. So this is my notch area. All I have to do is pick from this angle and then carefully meet this notch point here. Can you see? That's why we have extra. I'm going to meet this notch point and this one here. Can you see this one? And this one will have to come together here. I'll do the same thing around this area. I'll take this notch area, come closer, and meet this point here carefully. And then so that's after which I've sewn from inside. I'm going to sew from the inside and close this place up. And when the person walks, you can see there'll be space for ease at the back side, and the person's leg will be showing. There are so many of women that don't like their body opened up, but they want a pencil skirt, so you can see it. When you sew it from the inside and lock it up like this, this is what you get when you walk. Can you see? You can even double it while it's inside. You can kiss the first one this way. You can do the first kiss carefully, but you have to notch, so it helps you to guide yourself. You do the first one inside, iron it out if you have to, and then do the second kiss split. Make sure you follow your notch area carefully, and then do the second one. Can you see I have 2 here already? The same idea you apply around this side. This you place here, and then can you see one is inside, and then the second one comes, and then you match it from the inside of this. Make sure to follow your notch point so you don't make errors on it. You can see I have a double kiss inside of it. It becomes a style at the back side of your clothes. so you don't get confused when you see things like this and start asking how come there is no space here and there's a double material and there's no excess here. This is how it's been done. And then for the sewing aspect of it, when you want to do it, after turning your lining at this area to meet the upside, iron it out, it's going to be open out down like this. All you have to do is grab this close, which is your 6 inches point. You're going to sew as usual to meet this point here. When you get to this point, you open here like this carefully. Let me do that so it will be easy for you. I get my 6 inches point out this way, and then I'll sew from here up. Once I'm done sewing, I'm going to open this out. If I'm not doing the double one, I'm going to just say I'm doing the single one now. I'm going to open it out like this. So instead of me to run my stitch directly this on this and then it shows at the underpart, I'm going to lift this up, sew on my machine on this. You can see my hand is in between. I'm going to sew my machine and stop at this point here. I'll take this one up as well from the other side, turning it to the other side of my machine, stitch it properly, and then they stay on their own. And then I'll take a hemming gun, place under it, match it down carefully, do the same at this area, iron it very flat, and then when I turn to the back, I won't be having any stitch at the back side, and still it will look very relaxed. And when I put it on, I have ease around my leg area and there will be no opening of slit to show my leg. So that's it on how to apply slits on your pencil skirts to give you ease around the leg area. So you can also try yours on your own material or use a pattern paper to try this and see how it goes. I'm sure this idea has really helped you on how to make your key splits, be on your flare skirts, your flare gowns, and maybe a design on your kaftan or any other type of clothes you'd like to make. So while you're watching this, please like the video, turn on your notifications, subscribe please, and then join the comment section, and then we are good to go. So guys, you can see I'm done with this. So I'll see you in my next tutorial. Bye bye.